Hello folks. Okay, so today's video is trying to think of a theme to give it, and I can't really think of a way of simplifying it in words simply. So what I'm going to say instead is that basically a while ago I had a game in a P51 D30, which is probably my go-to American prop if I just want to earn some silver lines or something. And occasionally you get thrown into matches against the Japanese, and I don't like playing against the Japanese because I've never played the Japanese past tier 2 for no real reason. I guess when I was starting out I just really struggled to make the guns work, and I just kind of hated them, and I'm way more of a boom and zoom or an energy fighter than a turn fighter, and I just can't get to grips with the Japanese low tier stuff well enough to like get through it. I don't enjoy it enough to want to have to put up with it for long enough to get past it, if you know what I mean. But anyway, so I don't know what a lot of the Japanese planes are. Like, if you give me a Japanese plane, I won't be able to name it, and if you gave me the name of one, I wouldn't be able to tell you what plane it was. Like, the Zero, I know, that's about it. I don't know what the bombers are. If I see a name of a plane in the clouds and I can't see what the actual plane is, I don't know if it's an attacker, a fighter, a bomber. There's very few things that I can actually identify. So when it comes to planning attacks for stuff, I don't know what's the most dangerous thing. I don't know what's the least. I don't know what BR anything is. I don't know how well stuff can zoom, climb, dive, turn. I'm just going to assume that because it's Japanese, it can climb well, it's not going to be very heavy, it's going to be able to turn insanely stupidly fast, and it's going to have guns that, whilst they have a slow velocity, can absolutely obliterate me to shit in like one hit. Because that's my experience of playing the low tier Japanese. Now, flying the P51 D30, it's not low tier, it's 4.7. You know, anything up to 5.7. So I don't know if you can read the chat. You'll have to full screen it and watch it in HD, which I can't even personally do because my internet's too shit to watch YouTube at anything more than 360p. But obviously I have the actual raw recording, so I can read it, and obviously I was there and I actually wrote the stuff. So basically, to summarise in chat, I started off the game by being all like, oh shit, the Japanese, fuck. And everyone else was like, oh why? And then I explained to them what I just did to you. I don't know enough about them to be able to counter them effectively. Now, having said that, I became the most effective member of the team. So I was the one in chat saying, I don't know how to fight these guys. I'm not going to do well. I apologise in advance. Blah blah blah. And then I ended up being the person that won the match and carried it. And I liked that beautiful irony that these other people were all like, oh, you know, it's easy. All you have to do is climb, boom, and zoom, keep your speed up, blah blah blah. And I was like, I actually said in chat, okay, that's fine, so long as the rest of you play it right as well. I'll do that. I'll do exactly the advice you just gave me, so long as the rest of you do it as well. And the game started, the match began, the combat initiated. I engaged the first target, and lo and behold, I'm the highest member of my team. Everyone else is really low down, and yeah. So I bait that guy for the team. Then I come around on this guy. I recorded this a few weeks ago now. I don't record stuff as and when I don't record the audio or the commentary. Sorry, when I record the footage, I always do post commentary because it's just easier with the PS4's recording software. And often my girlfriend will sit in the same room as me and just watch YouTube videos behind me, and so I can't record commentary unless she's out, which means that when she goes out, I'll just bulk do a shitload of commentaries of all of the games that I've had recorded and set on my hard drive for ages. So what I'm trying to say in a verbose way is that I don't remember exactly what happened in this match. I just remember the premise of the reason for me wanting to upload it. So I got 1 kill. That guy that's behind me right now, I thought that his blip on the radar was actually the blip of the dude that I just shot down, so I didn't really notice until it was a bit late that I had to try and evade him and dive away from him. Thankfully he didn't get guns on anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. One thing I do know about the P51 is that you can get away. Honestly, I think this thing should be a higher BR because it's faster than most things a full BR above it. I mean, the Germans I don't think even have any props at 5.7. The Brits do, but they're like, I mean, the Tempest can give this thing a run for its money, sure, but it should be able to if it's a full BR higher. But it can, this thing can still hold its own with the Tempest, so honestly I think this thing should be at least 5.3. But that's another discussion for another day. So I fuck up the shots on that guy, evade his incoming fire, and then, as the team told me at the start of the match, I'm just going to maintain my altitude, keep my speed up, and just stay out of their reach. I'm only going to attack them in dives. I'm going to have to be really mindful of where the other people on the enemy team are, because I don't want to be in a position where I'll dive on one guy and have someone else up high still that can catch me on my way back up. I think that really looked like lag fucked me a bit there. He kind of jolted around strangely. But it looks like we're down to the last few enemy players, and so I'm being a bit more liberal with my approaches. I'm not climbing up as much. I'm still maintaining speed though. So just then I remember editing the video bit of this back a while ago, and I broke away from this guy just to gain some altitude and then came back around on him. I think there's like 3 or 4 enemy people left, and I'm maybe one of 3 or 4 on my own team, but I'm the only one that's a fighter. Or maybe actually no, there is another fighter on my team, I think, but he's just flying around at like space altitude doing fucking nothing and not helping anyone. I remember being pissed off at him. But yeah, never mind about him. Maintaining energy on this guy. My understanding of the A7M is that it's a lower BR than I am. I mean, I might even be wrong saying that now, but I'm treating it like it's a lower BR than I am, and that so long as I maintain an energy advantage over him, especially one that's involving such a insane height advantage, then I'm going to be fine. Just hits. There's a bug going on currently in the existing version of the game, where all of the tracers in your belts fire at the same time from every gun, and that's not present in this video because it was filmed on an earlier version of the game, and I just miss the tracer effects that this video shows, because when they all fire at once it just doesn't look right, and it makes it really difficult to, well, not difficult, but it makes it harder to lead stuff. So right now, this is kind of going on to what I was saying at the start, where I don't know what a thing is by its name. I have no idea what a Key 96 is. It turns out that it's a twin-engined something. I mean, even after seeing it, I can tell you it's twin-engined. I don't know if it's a heavy fighter, I don't know if it's a medium bomber, I have absolutely no idea what the fuck it is. So I'm playing this very cautiously. I don't know if it can dive with me, I don't know if it can turn with me, but I'm trying to just match his energy right now. He had a massive altitude advantage, so I'm trying to pull a reversal. I'm trying to get my energy to the point where it's matching his. and diving away from him as he dives onto me to try and match our dive speeds before he engages me is the best way to pull that off. Now, I don't think he expected me to pull up as far as I did with him, but I avoid his fire, just put the nose down a little bit, and then he bleeds off a lot of his speed and goes in a full loop. I contemplated not doing a full loop because I thought I'd lose too much speed. I thought it was a bit risky. I thought he might be able to pull round completely on me in that time, given that that's what most Japanese things can do. But blast out the landing flaps, and I actually managed to turn with him, massively inside him in fact, and catch back up with him in the dive, I think, if I remember right. And this is pretty much game. I kind of bodged my shots a little bit, but I eventually end up killing him. And in doing so, carry the match, win the game. And that's all coming from someone that has no idea what the Japanese are capable of. And I hate it when the camera does that. Honestly, there should be a button you can press that makes it self-orientate itself quicker or something, because I fucking hate when that happens. I just flukily managed to like get my head around what was going on that time around. Some terrible shooting there, but there he goes. Match over, match won. Happy with that result, which is why I'm sharing the game. And I just enjoy the irony of me being the one that had no idea what the fuck I was doing and carrying the match. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then leave me a like, comment, whatever you think about. You know, I'll reply to it. I enjoy doing that. And subscribe for more. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one.